Let me start with Dr. Julius Kipng'etich, who is one of the sponsors for this initiative. Daktari, karibu sana. Welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you very much, Gidi.
Yes.
I think for us as Jubilee family, Jubilee Holdings, with several companies we run. We actually run 12 companies in East and Central Africa. Jubilee is very proud to be the main sponsor for the Ignite Awards. And for us, we are also very proud to work with Strathmore, one of the premier universities in the region and Africa. And we want to just say congratulations to Strathmore for hosting Wanafunzi Insurance Agency. And this is about teaching young people about investments, insurance, and generally how life works out there. You know, sometimes professors can teach, the theory of it. You can read a textbook, an article, and then discuss with students. But here are students who are also on the ground to learn how business works. And the mixture of that reality on the ground and classroom experience will enrich them immensely. And for us as Jubilee, then, we want to have the ability to bring on board as employees, as agents, as partners, people who are already industry ready. Dr. Ogola talked about internships and things like those. All those are all geared towards bringing our young people into the table so that then they can learn about a business. Why Jubilee? Why is Jubilee interested in this? We are reaching out to young people so that then they can learn about insurance pretty early. As you are aware, insurance penetration in Kenya is low, but even within that low penetration, it is falling. 2-3 years ago, the penetration was at 2.7. As we speak today, the penetration has dropped to 2.4% of GDP. So what does that mean? That 97% plus of our economy is not insured. There could be other risk mitigation measures, things like Arambe and so forth, but that is not the way risk should be managed in an economy. There are ways of mitigating so that then, if you look at many economies which have progressed in the last even 100 years, a lot of them have used insurance funds, pension funds to grow. A good example in our region is South Africa. A large part of South Africa's economy was financed by insurance companies. So insurance companies are the biggest mobilizers of savings in any society. Insurance penetration in South Africa is 16%, is one of the highest in the world. And we hope one day that Kenya's insurance penetration will be 16% of GDP. If we reach there, you would then realize that a lot of the savings that we mobilize is also used for national development, because some of these savings are invested by governments and insurance companies in our society. For example, in Uganda, Jubilee owns the biggest electricity generating company, which is Bujagali. Bujagali generates 40% of the electricity in Uganda. So the money which we mobilize goes a long way to support national development. We hope then that when we then engage young people, so that then they see the importance of mobilizing savings, we are actually imparting in them ideas on how a country develops. The other thing we also want to introduce to young people is the concept of risk taking. Any start of a business is taking a risk. Entrepreneurship is about taking risks. And if they learn a risk culture early enough, they will have the confidence then to create companies for tomorrow. If you look at some of the successful companies that have grown in the last 10 years or so, things like Facebook started off in a university dormitory. So Zuckerberg, with his colleagues in Harvard, thought they could create a notice board. So the world today has the biggest notice board called Facebook, and it has 2 billion followers. It's the same thing for companies like Microsoft. Bill Gates himself dropped out of Harvard University early enough because he had a burning idea, that of creating a software company. So today we are planting that seed in Strathmore, where students are learning how to take risks very early. And these awards is about encouraging them. Ignite Awards about encouraging people to have that risk-taking culture. The third aspect we would like students to have is a governance culture. As you know, we are not very good in this part of the world in matters governance. We have challenges of corruption, challenges of integrity, but we want to introduce young people very early in life that what does it take to create a successful company? And one of the critical components is good governance. And we hope through Wanafunzi Insurance Agency, they learn about how to run a company, the importance of integrity, the importance of keeping your word, the importance of customer service, and all the ingredients that go into making a company successful. So we as Jubilee are going to play our role. Jubilee is a listed company, so we subscribe to the highest form of best corporate practices because we are a listed company. We also are trying to promote another initiative called the Blue Company. The Blue Company initiative is about spreading the word, beyond ourselves and saying, what does it take for a company to do the right things and be successful at the same time? So that is why Jubilee is interested in this initiative. So I would like now to say, well done to the winners, Daniela, Faith, and Elizabeth. I guess I'm jumping the gun by saying who the
You already
winners
mentioned the name.
but we celebrate those who are going to win. Yeah. The MC will and Dr. Ogola will say what position you took, but all of you are winners. Okay, all the students are winners. The fact that you participated is being a winner in itself. I hope you will learn from selling insurance. Insurance is a very difficult product to sell. I know most of you call it a grudge sell. You have to push down somebody's throat. But that is the way it works. But if we do it correctly, if you learn how to do it, and this spreads around the country, we will then have, first of all, manage the risk in the economy. Insurance is a pooling concept, and once you pool, you manage the risk, and those funds are therefore invested. So if you look at companies globally, some of the most successful countries, as I said earlier on, are those who have a very rich and illustrious insurance industry. Finally, I would like also members of Wanafunzi to be good members of our society. Through this initiative, you learn also about your country. It will allow you to travel. It will allow you to meet people from different places, different communities, different age groups, different income brackets. All these things is understanding Kenya's diversity. God has given us one of the most beautiful countries in the world. I know you don't believe this probably because you have not traveled outside. But for me, who has traveled probably around a quarter of the countries in the world, that's a good sample. This is one of the most beautiful countries. If we make Kenya work, and I believe that young people like you have the commitment to make Kenya work, you will be living in a small heaven. As we speak today, Kenya has incredible challenges. Issues of corruption, issues of income inequality, issues of, unemployment, we know all the challenges of Kenya, but with young people like you taking the high road, making that first step in understanding business and creating jobs, we are on the road to facing Kenya's challenges head on. I believe that the young people, especially Generation Y and Generation Z, are going to make a world of difference in this country. And this initiative of Wanafunzi is just one of them. And Ignite Awards is just one of those things encouraging people to be good writers, to imagine, to be creative, to be innovative. And with that innovation, I can assure you, we will build a beautiful country. Kenya is truly a magical place. And that magic will come through your innovation, your creativity, and I wish you well. And I wish you very, very well. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Julius Kipng'etich, CEO Jubilee Insurance. Actually, there's somebody who is asking some question here. Perhaps maybe I can put it to the screen. And I'd like to encourage people watching the show, wherever you are, if you have any question that you want our guest to answer, you can put it on the comment section, and I'll put it on the screen so that it can be answered. Now, this Bwana Kefa Nyongo is asking Bwana Kipng'etich, as per your studies, what's the main reason which make Kenyans in particular be afraid of taking insurance?
The critical thing that makes people shy from insurance is the industry itself is weak, very weak. Okay, it has 51 players. There are 51 companies. Most of them are undercapitalized. So Jubilee is one of those very strong companies, and I'm very proud to say that we run one of the best companies in the region. The other aspect is corruption. It is the only industry I've ever come across in my entire life, and I've run various companies, where fraudsters take from the industry more than the shareholders.
Wow.
So it means, therefore, that fraudsters take more money than the owners of the capital, the owners of the companies. So it's a sad situation. And what we want to, part of this engagement of young people is to say, we cannot have an industry where criminals take more than the owners of the business. And that is why we in Jubilee have started the Blue Company Initiative, which is about making sure that the industry is that of integrity. So I would like just to tell the questioner that part of your initiative and learning as young people is to make sure that we encourage confidence in the insurance industry, that we have honest people, and the fraudsters are chased away. And remember, the fraud occurs at the claim stage. People come with false claims. And then once we do that, then people will have confidence to, first of all, take insurance policies to mitigate risk, and then also save their money through pensions, through life insurance policies, so that then when we do that, that money then is reinvested in the economy to create jobs and secure your future. So that is the whole essence of insurance. So it's a very good capital mobilizer in the economy if we run it correctly. And for me, if we just say, for example, double the insurance penetration, say from 2.4 now to 4.8, we will have incredible savings in our economy, and you will see a lot of the projects that will go to borrow money abroad, that money will be available locally to run all these projects. It's just that probably we are not, the people who decide on which projects to invest in are not very prudent. But we in Jubilee are very, very prudent. I'm sure you will never see a Jubilee building, because buildings returns are so low. So many people ask me, how come there are towers of other insurance companies and none for Jubilee? I ask them, have you looked at the return of a building? What's the occupation of that building? So we do the right things. And I want to assure the Wanafunzi team that you have actually engaged the right insurance partner. We are very prudent, and you will learn that prudence from us. I guarantee you.
Okay.